savor to be abhorred in the eyes of Pharaoh and in the eyes of his servants, to put a sword to their hand to slay us. And then Moses went and asked the Lord, why have you so evilly entreated this people? Why is this that thou hast sent me? So he says, since I came to Pharaoh to speak in your name, he hath done evil to this people, neither hast delivered the people at all. That's Exodus 1 through 5. He basically said, well, I thought you was going to deliver them. I went to him and he's just made it harder on them. He's, beating them and doing worse to them than he did before I came. So, when God leads us to do something, sometimes things just don't happen right off. Sometimes it takes a season, Things will come your way and get in your way. And God just, what he does, I believe he delays the aftermath of his purpose for it to be a sweeter experience. But like I said, just seeing them in bondage, God told the Israelites once they got out, they shall not afflict anybody else, because they was once afflicted. Afflicted means slaves, slavery, beating somebody and just doing them dirty. But yet, the old time Americans, back in the days of slavery, had the little white churches looking like pilgrims and praising the Lord. Then they go home and beat a slave. It's really disgusting and sickening, I think. And that's another reason why I question what I was brought up to believe, the thing of church, just because of how they do everybody else. Not necessarily afflicting slave, but now a lot of churches afflict believers. They abuse them, manipulate. It's just like slavery. More like spiritual slavery, really. Because they're above you and you're beneath them. Spiritual racism. If you don't act like they do and dress like they do, then they will look down on you and afflict you, throw scripture at you and try to twist you around and make you feel like you're not saved and feel like you're worthless and you're going to hell just because you don't look like them and talk like them and act like them, do the things they do. That's spiritual slavery when you think about it. And the thing is, we just got to get to the mindset and ask God to show us, give us guidance where we can have freedom, spiritual freedom. To not be in bondage by these church groups to dog you out and look down on you. Spiritual freedom from the devil himself, who tries to destroy us all every day, anytime he can. But we have a strong hand over us to deliver us from anything that's holding us down. The thing is, we've got to call on him. The children of Israel called on him and he heard their cry. So just like us, he'll hear our cry, for we only go through things in due season. So now we'll get into the good stuff for chapter 6 through 10 and through the rest of Exodus. Have a good night.